watching the station covering all of the DMV. DC News Now continues.
And we continue now with a look at what we're tracking here in the Weather Center. We do have some strong wind gusts out there for the mountains this morning. It will be overall breezy and warm out there for the day today, but even more windy out there tomorrow and warmer out there for your Wednesday. As we get towards Thursday, a touch cooler before we see an influx of some warmer temperatures and our next chance for rain, which returns for your Friday. Let's talk about, though, the wind out there right now. Some gusts are running in excess of 30, even close to 60 miles per hour. We're still dealing with that back over towards Kaiser right now, so it's the mountains region where we're dealing with some of the strongest of those wind gusts, especially for this morning. Sustained winds right now range between 5 to 15 miles per hour, especially to the east of the I-81 corridor. Back out towards the mountains, that's where we're seeing sustained winds at least 25 miles per hour. Some wind alerts. We have that high wind warning still in effect for Kaiser and the Cumberland area. That's where we could see those gusts 60 to 70 miles per hour at times. That high wind warning holds until noon today. Wind advisories, those are the areas where we could be dealing with those gusts up to 50 miles per hour, and those wind advisories also hold till noon today. We could be seeing some more advisories being posted as we get towards later on tonight and for the day tomorrow, so heads up, we could be seeing that across much of the area for the day tomorrow. Now, why do we have all that wind out there today? We do have the system that's impacting just off towards our northernmost areas, so we're watching as that inches closer, but that's throwing us some of those stronger wind gusts our way. Temperatures out there this morning starting off into those middle 30s for much of the area. Looks like the outlier is still Manassas, still holding into those lower 20s this morning. Wind chills, those are into those upper 20s to lower 30s at this point. Feeling like it's right around the freezing mark in DC at this hour. What can we see with those future wind gusts? Well, it looks like by about noon today, could see some of those gusts upwards of 25 miles per hour, especially along and north of 66, including DC. We do see that wind weaken a little bit for the middle of the afternoon today before we see those winds starting to pick up again as we look ahead towards later on tonight and into tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, we could see those gusts right around 40 miles per hour for much of the region, as we will see a front pass through the region. So behind that front, wind shift to mainly out of the west-northwest and pick up to about 40 miles per hour. And again, those are wind gusts for tomorrow afternoon. So again, like I mentioned, tomorrow will be windy, but it's also going to be on the warmer side. We'll actually see high temperatures tomorrow, a little bit warmer than the day today. We're talking about highs today, low to mid 40s to the north, lower 50s for DC and areas southward. Tonight we fall back down to those low to mid 30s before we bounce back into those 50s for much of the area tomorrow. That'll be ahead of a cold front that'll be swinging through later in the day. But we're going with a high of 55 in DC. Could see that 60 degree or at least 61 degree high temperature down towards Fredericksburg. So here's that cold front sliding on through. Now back out towards the mountains. Count that chance for a passing snow shower out there tomorrow. I know that's a little odd, especially when we're talking about highs into those 50s, but we'll certainly be much colder back out towards the mountains region tomorrow. High pressure back with us for Thursday. We'll see less wind that day. Then we're looking at our next system pushing through, and that'll be bringing us some wet weather out there on Friday. But at least that warm front will bring warmer temperatures. Highs middle 50s to round out the week. That's followed quickly by a cold front. We're back to seasonable highs Saturday and Sunday. Shanika, what are you seeing on the roadways this morning?
All right, let's